Hello there. Welcome to another episode of COVID-19 Update here in Chatham-Kent, where we talk to different municipal officials, individuals, and organizations that have been doing some amazing things as we get through this very interesting time in our community. And one of those things is, I'm not sure if you've ever been to the library, but there's, of course, a lot of great resources in there. And one of them is learning about your family history. In fact, it's the Kent branch of the Ontario Genealogical Society, which is on the second floor. If you've never explored there, you're comfortable going there, take a look up at it. And I have Cindy Robichaud, who is the chair of the Kent branch. Cindy, thank you for joining me today.
Thanks for having us.
So I got to ask you, how are you doing during this very interesting time in our community, province, and the whole world for that matter?
Yeah, it's an interesting time, isn't it? The one thing I think genealogy, family history, is one of those hobbies or AKA passions or obsessions that has flourished under the stay-at-home directives. Many family histories never seem to have enough time to dig into their own family roots, but the pandemic has offered us many a rare opportunity to spend unrestricted amounts of time researching our ancestors. You know, many are researching online, they're organizing and cleaning up their research and their files and their documents and their photos. They're scanning material, taking online genealogical courses, attending virtual webinars, and connecting with family through the virtual chats and Zoom meetings and those kinds of things. So there is always something to do if you do genealogy.
That's great. It's a really cool hobby. And I understand you have a little bit of new information. If you want to try and say the Kent branch of Ontario Genealogical Society 5 times fast, you've rebranded. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. Last year, we rebranded to Ontario Ancestors. And we are still the Ontario Genealogical Society legally, but quite often if someone was to do a Google search of OGS, our acronym, the Ohio Genealogical Society would come up and the Oklahoma Genealogical Society would come up. So as you said, it was a mouthful. So now we have rebranded to Ontario Ancestors.
That's great. That's awesome. So, you know, there's a lot of information. Again, like I said, if you haven't been on the second floor of the library, I discovered this maybe about a year or so ago when I was doing a piece on Chatham history, and Jerry Hine, who was there, and he gave me a wealth of information. But for someone who might be living under a rock and not know anything about this, let's give a brief overview about what your branch does.
Great. I do have a few slides I can share. Okay, so Ontario Ancestors has been advocating, promoting, educating, and assisting people with their genealogical pursuits for almost 60 years now. There's more than 30 branches all across the society and all across Ontario. There are more than 30 branches of the society all across Ontario. It's the largest genealogical society in Canada. So no matter where you live or where your ancestors lived, there's likely to be a branch near you that can assist you with your research. So we are the Kent branch. We are located in Chatham, and we covering all of Kent County, Chatham-Kent. We have been around for 40 years, but there's still a lot of people in the area who don't know that we exist, and we appreciate you allowing us to get the word out. We are a nonprofit society run by great volunteers. Our focus is preserving and promoting Chatham-Kent, formerly Kent County, genealogy and history. I mentioned Kent branch is 40 years old. Well, that's been 40 years of collecting and researching, which amounts to a lot of stuff. All this great stuff is housed in our physical family history library, which Eric mentioned, which is located on the second floor of the Chatham-Kent Public Library, the main branch in Chatham. Unfortunately, since all the libraries are currently closed, so are we. But we do have over 700 family histories. Many of them have been donated by local families. We have all sorts of records and histories. We have church records and town histories, censuses and land records, school and business information, military information, French, First Nations, Black history, newspaper and obituary collections, and much, much more. You really do just need to come in for a visit to see it all. And that's just our family history side of it, the library side of it. We also provide education through workshops and lectures, presentations, and study groups. And we always have a variety of projects on the go, such as cemetery photographing, transcribing, scanning material, And we work with a variety of like-minded community groups, such as the local museums and the historical societies. We are a very busy bunch.
This is absolutely amazing, Cindy. I know we've done an interview on Chatham-Kent Perspective with Deanna Bullard, and it was a wealth of information. Before COVID-19 hit, you were offering some great monthly speakers, ranging everything from local war heroes, the evolution of the funeral business in our area, tons of more. Now you've had to adapt these presentations kind of online with your members. Do you want to talk a little bit about how you're still giving out this information to the community?
Sure. As you mentioned, we do hold monthly educational presentations on a variety of family history topics. The McKinley Funeral Home family, they host our presentations on the monthly basis at the reception center, for which we are greatly appreciative. We had our 2020 schedule all organized with some really great topics, and then the closures happened. So we very quickly had to shift gears to a virtual platform. Now, the society itself had secured the Zoom platform, and then they provided it to all of their branches to use. So far, we use Zoom for our April presentation and our May presentation. And I have to give a big shout out to the two speakers that we had lined up, because they were more than willing to switch over to the virtual platform. So with a little bit of technical training, they both gave wonderful presentations. These presentations were recorded, as most of our presentations are, and they are available on our YouTube channel. There's a lot of stuff up there, so if you're interested in watching or rewatching any of our presentations, YouTube is a great free tool for genealogists to use. We also hold a monthly DNA study group. DNA is the hot topic right now, and it's a new area of learning for many family historians. So we usually hold those meetings in the library as well, but due to the closures, we've also had to switch these over to a virtual, almost like a hangout type of meeting, using the Zoom platform as well. So all of our educational events are open to the public. So if anyone is interested in learning more about them, or they want to join any of these presentations, they can just send us an email, or they can go over and visit our website. And all the information is there about upcoming events and things that are happening. So not only have we moved to virtual presentations, many other branches of the society are also doing that. So if you want to take advantage of these free events, just go to the main society's website, click on the branches/SIGs, and the link will take you right to their own website. So you can find pretty much any presentation of any interest that you might be wanting to watch. And it's a great way to take advantage of the stuff that's going on right now.
Yeah, it's amazing how you guys have all adapted. Again, family history is such an amazing thing. We all really want to know where our roots are coming from. And definitely with COVID-19 and, social distancing, we're having to not be close to everyone. So this is some great resources for people to do if you're at home and you're wanting to learn more about your family history. So now, as this is airing, we're now in day 2 of a very interesting set of speakers that we talked about before we went on the air. Let's talk a little about this very exciting event.
Sure. Yeah, and it's really exciting. So each year the Society holds a huge conference and family history show, but due to the virus, it too had to be canceled. So again, with some really quick decision making and commitment from the conference team, the Society is going to be hosting their very first virtual conference. So this is a week-long educational event hosted by the Society. It's open to anyone, and it's packed full of lectures and presentations from many of the leaders in the genealogical field. So the event it started Monday, June the 1st, and it goes until Sunday, June the 7th. In total, there are 18 sessions over that week that people can take advantage of for a cost of $50. So that's quite a deal. It comes to less than $3 per hour for really top educational presentations. And if it doesn't work in your schedule to attend live, the sessions are being recorded and they'll be available for a week following the conference. There will be presentations from, like I say, all the leaders, the top leaders. So Ancestry, My Heritage, Find My Past, Library and Archives Canada, Family Tree Maker, just to name a few, and topic ranging from researching land records using technology, getting the most out of Ancestry, DNA databases, researching offline, just to name a few. So to see the whole schedule and to register to join, just go to the virtual conference website. And this is a really great way to hook up with like-minded people researching their ancestry and their history of their area and what their ancestors were doing, and to learn something new from the comfort of your home while you're in your pajamas.
I think a lot of people are making that their new work uniform, whether you're in pajamas or, even wearing your slippers, whatever you want to do. That this is some great information. And, whether it's a rainy day or a beautiful day, this is some awesome stuff for people to learn more about family history, which I think is awesome. So we're seeing Ontario's opening up in phases. We're shortly getting into phase 2, which is kind of exciting. How do you see the Kent branch opening up moving forward as Ontario is opening up their phases? So you guys kind of in conjunction will be opening up with the library. Do you have any information for anyone who might be interested in visiting when you guys are able to open?
Yeah, so we've been in contact with Tanya Sharp. She's the CEO of the library, and they are keeping us in their, in mind when they are opening. So we're waiting for the word from them. She has indicated that they are in conversation about moving forward. So we're just waiting for them to give us the okay, and also to indicate, how we will need to accommodate social distancing when that time does come. But in the meanwhile, we are continuing to offer virtual events when possible. And you might recall that earlier I said that we're a very busy bunch, and we're still doing lots of work behind the scenes. When the news of the closures was announced, we quickly made arrangements to bring some material to other locations. And we've been busy digitizing, books and binders and photos and material and documents. So I'm going to share. So there's a slide of our portable scanner, which we recently purchased, and I'm doing some scanning and this is at my house, my kitchen table. This is a photo of a small set of documents that were donated to the branch. It's the Howard Township Daily School Registers, and they range from 1884 to 1929. So these were handwritten, beautiful, tons of information about the students, their ages, their parents, tons of information for a genealogist. So once they were digitized, we've been sharing things on our Facebook group, so our Kent Branch Facebook, and then we've also been uploading them to a section on our website called Members Only section. So as you see, just because people can't come to us, we're still working really hard at trying to get material out to people. I mentioned our Facebook group. Now that's open to anyone, and it really is a fantastic resource for anyone interested in family history and in Kent County. And then to access our ever-growing material that we keep putting up in our members only, people need to be members of the branch. So they're welcome to email us with any questions about this or how to join or how to access. Our members only section is one thing that we've been really working on. And as you can see, we have a lot of categories there, and inside each one of these folders is a ton of information and materials, books and binders and photographs, tons of stuff that would help a researcher looking for ancestors in the Kent County area.
Yeah, it's great. I see the Irish resources. I'm part Irish, part Finnish. So this is some great stuff, especially, there's a lot of cuts going, to try and help our municipality get through this COVID stuff. So, if you're looking for, a hobby for the summer, this is something awesome that your group has been doing and you continue to do, because, history itself needs to be archived in such way. And, you and your volunteers are doing some awesome work for our municipality. So I got to thank you, Cindy, and all your team for what you're doing. Is there anything else that you would like to add as we close up?
Sure. So speaking about members only section and membership, to gain access to this type of material, now's the best time actually to join the society and our branch, because starting June the 1st of every year, they have a half membership promotion. So it's a great way just to try the society for half a year. It's $37, and that gives you access from June the 1st to December 31st. And then membership to the Kent branch itself is an additional $15. So, that's a good price. It's about the same as a good pizza and some wings, to research your ancestry. So, once we open, we look forward to resuming our regular services. But in the meanwhile, like I said, we're still here for everybody, and we're open to people emailing us and posting on our Facebook group with any questions, and we will definitely get back to them. And, we really, really do appreciate you reaching out to us to have us on your show. It's because I love the opportunity to chat about, family history and our group and what we're passionate about. Because my cats, they're not very good conversationalists, and I think they're getting tired of me being home all the time and talking about my family history.
It is a passion talking about family history, and we're learning new things every day. And as a community, we're banding through COVID. We've seen some amazing things with the Miracle 16th Project. That's one thing. We're getting through this one day at a time. So if you're interested, there's lots of information. I'll put the links in the bottom of this YouTube page. But Cindy, thank you so much for all that you're doing, and I hope when this is all said and done, Chatham-Kent can band together and have a big Ontario block party to maybe celebrate some of our family history and just all the hardships we've endured.
Yeah, it's definitely going to go down in history. So this is one time that will, future genealogists will be looking back, like we're looking back at, the flu from the pandemic, from the Spanish flu in the 1900s. Well, 100 years from now, they'll be looking back at us and seeing what we did. So it's a well worth, paying attention to these times.
Yeah, perfect. No, thanks again, Cindy, for all you're doing. Hope you stay safe and keep on researching our local history.
Thank you.